Did you ever see The Sandlot? Did you know it's a trilogy? The second and third ones suck, of course. Well, here's a question to bake your noodle regarding the original. Is the original Sandlot a Diablo? Just a moment. Well, look at that. It's an absolute perfect hybrid. All Vlad parts on a Jacobs receiver with a pig sticker.
I always buy guns you don't need.
Anyway, here's the question to bake your noodle.
Remember, we're always open.
Is The Sandlot an endearing coming-of-age tale, or is it subversive anti-intellectual propaganda? No one can deny that Benny Rodriguez is a great character. He's the kind of mentor we all wish we had growing up. But what I'm talking about is how the story seems to go out of its way to denigrate and deride Scotty Smalls, who is shown to have a natural aptitude for engineering. Now, the reason this bothers me is because my grandpa was one of my heroes, is one of my heroes.
Buy from me if you want to live.
And he was an engineer.
Watch it, Lord. Later, Vault Hunter. Don't die. I ain't in your business.
He had dyslexia, and he suffered from PTSD as a result of the Korean War, and neither of those stopped him from becoming a brilliant engineer. Nowhere in the story of The Sandlot does anyone encourage Smalls' natural aptitude. He's called things like, well, he's called a geek and he's called a square. And they make it out like these are character flaws.
If you got the money, I'll save your golden life.
They make it out like these are character flaws, and basically what they're saying is, stop being a nerd and instead be a jock like these other guys, because they're clearly better than you. I mean, Benny Rodriguez doesn't present the case in that way. I'm talking about the way the story itself pans out. Smalls even gets a chance to test his mettle against the so-called beast. Uses his engineering skills to build a contraption. And it almost succeeds, but not quite. His adult self narrating phrases it as science against nature. Also, there's one part where Benny says something that I don't agree with, because it's something I've heard people say to me many times. He says to Smalls, "You think too much." And then makes fun of him for getting good grades in school. I've been told that, as an adult, that I think too much. And yes, I did get good grades in school. In elementary school, that is. Once I hit middle school, I realized what a sham the system was, and started losing my motivation.
Get your health and shields right here.
But you don't want to hear about that. Oh, what do I want to go with here?
Careful out there.
Made by doll, but it has a Jacob's skin. These are both good, but tactician. Determined tactician. Oh, also, Smalls grows up to be a radio sports announcer, which is fine. I mean, hey, that's a lucrative career. But it doesn't pertain to his natural aptitude, which was engineering. Might I remind you jocks out there that it's us nerds who design and build your sports equipment. Not only us nerds, but our blue-collar allies. In my case, I just happen to be somewhat of both. Really? You didn't even touch me. It didn't look like it did. Really looking forward to a bone shredder. You ever notice how Blake describes TK's wave gun as a wave rifle in this game, whereas it was clearly a shotgun in Borderlands 1, and it was made by Dahl.
Every bit of data in the Hyperion network ends up archived here. Mining information, security footage, it all flows to the stockade. Get inside.
Good news, everybody! I stole the drop barge. Hyperion was no match for my secret. Punch you in the face until you die, fighting style. When the time comes, we'll fight our way to the vault together.
You do more than that, Brick. You're also an explosives guy. A demo man of sorts. I still remember blowing this passage clear. And then TK Baja telling me to, how did he phrase it? Put Nine Toes bits to the grinder. Please die faster. Looks like Hyperion must have cleaned up the junk that used to be right here. Or maybe this is the shed that used to be over there. I love this remixed music. It's such a perfect homage to the original. Oh, by the way, the Bone Shredder in Borderlands 1. It's an SMG made by TDR, and it has a twin shot accessory, making it a double SMG. Only trying to keep my distance to maintain my B power. By the way, when I said tactical B a few episodes ago, I meant tactical stinger. And when I use the Bone Shredder in conjunction with the B, I call it the Bone Stinger.
Angel, get this message to whomever's organizing the construction out in the Nexus. No matter what happens, make sure that old bandit town, Firestone I think it's called, make sure it stays standing. That piss Emperor rest stop is where I'll begin. Oh, and another thing. I want it on company policy that instead of Firestone, we're changing its name to Jackville. Really twist the knife for those bandit bastards, you know what I mean? I want those vault-hunting sons of bitches to see what I've done to this place. I want it to stand as a testament to their failure. They couldn't protect Newton, they couldn't protect Firestone, and they're sure as hell not going to protect Sanctuary.
Time for some more Rocketeer action. In this game, the Bone Shredder is made by Bandit Code. in Borderlands 1 on playthrough 1. The Bone Shredder is level 3 gun, if I recall. And there's a red chest here in Borderlands 1. I've often wondered why, because you get it from a level 10 enemy, Bonehead. Seems like it should be a level 10 Torg. Level 10 is a tier for Torg, as well as Atlas and Vladoff. Level 19 is the next tier up for Vladoff, Atlas, and Torg, but also the first tier for Iridian weapons, at least that I've noticed. I hope I get a Bone Shredder before I confront Saturn. Maybe I should try for that. Oh, there he is! Bonehead 2.0 already. You know what? I should be using my Karate just to increase my progress on that challenge. Really? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, video game logic. You see that? I opened that first, and I went to open this, instead picked up the cash. That will always bother me. If I'd opened this first and then that one, I would have taken them both at the same time. That makes zilch sense. Imagine how grody these mattresses must be. These mattresses have been here since before the time of the first game. Video game logic. But do I really have to aim at their feet every single time? I mean, these are nice big targets. A direct hit should count as a direct hit. Now I'm making progress on 2 different challenges by using this weapon. Karate and rocket. Malawan grip. In what way does the Logan's gun homage Logan's Run? I pressed the jump key. Why did I not jump? What? Tactician was the right choice.
Let me know if anything catches your eye. Don't die. I need your business.
Parody launcher.
As needed.
Plain old green, and it's perfectly serviceable. I just realized that slag reminds me, at least when it's in pools like this, reminds me of slime from Ghostbusters 2. It's a river of slime.
Hey, Roland. I appreciate you offering to move into Sanctuary, but I got a lot of stuff here in Firestone. Sanctuary sounds nice and all, but Firestone's my home. I made my decision. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die in the city I was born. Firestone.
Attention, citizen of Firestone. Die.
Wow.
Oh, piss. On second thought, Roland, when's the soonest she can come pick me up?
Hope you've had your shots.
Don't really need a slag spiker. It has the laser sight that makes bullets go faster-ified. Flat off grip. Oh, gross. Grody, a Tedior scope. Too bad it's not a non-elemental. I've only ever found 3 non-elemental E-Tech weapons, and they were all Hyperion spikers.
Stay alive out there.
I should do the TK stuff. Cactoid.
What a nice day. Just walking out in the sun, talking into my echo recorder, hoping skags don't ambush me and break my gun into 4 separate parts before eating them. Oh, come on! That is exactly what is happening!
Oof. Skags ate a gun? No way to tell which one of the ugly things has it. Just start hunting skags and hope for the best.
Of course you get the joke, right? That's like 2 jokes in one. And of course I had to have had already killed all the skags, and you can't get over there. Pisswash Gully. Remember when Scooter mentioned that? After you tell him about Roland's death? See how I jump in the air to gain a better vantage point? That looked like a blue Jacob's barrel. This is the mission that gives you that cool looking but basically pointless Jacob's rifle, right? What's it called? Stomper? Yeah, I think it's called a Stomper. In Borderlands 1, the guns that were called Stomper were more interesting. They were made by Dahl, Tedior, and Hyperion. Combat rifles. Their weakness was that they fired slow bullets. Oh, remember this place? This was one of the arenas. Find a gun chamber. The word you're looking for is receiver. The general term, gameplay-wise, is body, which refers to either a receiver or a frame. If it's a revolver, it's called a frame. Or any gun that functions like a revolver would also have a frame. That includes combat shotguns and pump-action sniper rifles in...
Whoa! Badass!
Hop down off of there. I don't want to lose the loot.
Hey, my shields! Ah!
So yeah, if it has a cylinder, it has a frame. If it uses detachable magazines, it has a receiver. I forget how to get down into TK Baja's place. I thought that was it. I absolutely must have the Lady Fist and the Bone Shredder. Does the door open up? I forget. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to do this stuff first. It's been a while.
Thanks for accepting my job. Hyperion robbed my Uncle Teddy and sent him to die on this armpit of a planet. I need you to search his cabin in the Arid Nexus for something I can use to revenge his death.
Never hurts to know more about the man you're killing. While you're in the Nexus, grab whatever files you can on Jack.
What does the K stand for? T is Teddy. Let's see what I picked up. Sticking with determined. Stay determined, tactician. Really?
Did you miss me?
I hate these things so much. All they do is ram their stupid face into you. It's a stupid and annoying attack. If they at least munched on you while they were lunging into you, that would be, I guess, somewhat more dignified, if that's the right word. Now, just shoving their faces into you, that's like pseudo-dogs from Stalker. It's just annoying. I'm getting cheesed off now, so I'm missing. Focus! Focus, you. I mean me. hand slipped. Did you notice that? It didn't take long at all. In the market for a new Jacobs revolver. It's got to be blue or better. It has to have parts that I like.
You'll find all the gun parts. Bring them back here and I'll assemble them for you.
It has to have parts I like, including the sight. Also in the market for a Jacobs quad, but it has to have no scope. Can be blue or purple. It's got to have either iron sights.
No charge this time.
Yeah, stomper. Or a Torg reflex sight with no scope.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that. Don't die. I need your business.
There's a hidden lever somewhere that'll get you into Teddy's basement.
Swapping loadout. In the market for a new Doomstick. Also.
Teddy, like a lot of people on Pandora evidently, kept all his Echo correspondence. Find something that proves Hyperion stole his designs, so I can sue him into oblivion.
Oh, oh, oh. I have been in the market for a new fire launcher. Sure, why not?
Well, first day on Pandora. Wife's not too happy about the move, but I'm sure things will be all right. This here's the beginning of our new life. Well, my wife's dead.
See how I'm going top down instead of bottom up.
Mary got ate by a big-ass skag named Scar. Once I bury her with the ladyfinger, that cute little gun I made for her, I'll see if I can't get me some revenge. You won't have died for nothing, Marion. I promise you that.
Yeah, see?
Scar blinded me and ate my leg.
See, I went from bottom up and it went in the wrong order.
I may be a blind, crippled widower, but that don't
looking for the vault. I did the see you later joke a couple times, but they just didn't get it. Oh, and I did find that old message I got from Hyperion a few years back. Hid it in the corner for safekeep. All right, Spit. Bandits. Well, I'm sure this will turn out all right.
Mr. Baha, we at Hyperion adore your wave rifle design so much that we have decided to appropriate it for ourselves. Our assassins are en route to your home on Isolus. Between us, Mr. Baha, I would suggest leaving the solar system before they arrive.
Great. That was just what I was hoping to hear. Now, if you can find the blueprints for the weapon design they ripped off, I'll give you the first gun my uncle ever gave me.
So, do you think TK took a pre-existing doll shotgun and turned it into the wave gun, and Hyperion intended to make a wave rifle out of it? Because, as everybody knows, a shotgun is not a rifle. Or maybe I'm just being pedantically semantic. Look, the pattern remains Torg exhaust ports on everything. I've got Torg grip here, Torg grip here, TDR grip here, Torg sights on everything, and I've got Vlad Mal Vlad barrels. The two best barrel types to have on launchers. Video game logic. Ugh, quit tarding out on me. Was it down there? Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. Experimental shotgun design. Blake clearly said wave rifle. And that's clearly not.
Hello, mercenary.
Hyperion.
Should you return those sensitive documents to the Hyperion Corporation, we can offer more than what Mr. Baha's niece can pay. A fine Hyperion armament, for example. Don't listen to those corporate thieves. We both know my uncle deserves justice. And I'll throw in the first gun Uncle Teddy ever made for me.
Which is also a Hyperion. I've never gotten the wave in this game. I've always gone for the lady fist. So he made a lady fist for Una. And a lady finger for his wife. Which are both Hyperion. Corpse dissolve. Faster, faster, faster. Respawn faster. Could have been more evasive there, but I was really thinking, I just assumed that all that weaponry would have killed them faster.
Accords. I'm sorry I can't offer you more.
Don't sweat it. It's a perfect hybrid.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Won't need this, and I don't think I'll need this. Remember, I was keeping that as a placeholder for the Lady Fist anyway. And don't let the base stats fool you.
Farewell, friend.
Ow! 800% more awesome when you score crits. When used with the B, what should this be called? The Lady Stinger? B-Fist? Or what sounds cooler? Now, you know what?
When you think murder, think Marcus Munition. 2 words, my friend. No refunds.
That Synergy's a perfect hybrid. You don't find one like that just any day. A perfect hybrid, and it's blue. I can pass it off to another character who can get even more use out of it.
Welcome to my humble shop. You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head. Lovely. Don't die. I need your business.
Just out of curiosity.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get for you?
Let me check a thing. Yeah, I've got some time yet. Oh, Saturn. Really? Okay, that's not going to work. Can't see. There we go. This is even faster with the ricochet fibber. But I ended up with a crit fibber. Frivolous tactical reload. See what I'm doing? The moment my shield gets hit, I duck out. I duck out and bad timing. Or good timing, depending on how you look at it. Good timing if it results in good loot. But when do I ever get loot from loot midgets? On normal mode, when I first fought Saturn, I didn't have a B, and I used a Bandit rocket launcher, and a Torg Hulk. Now, where did that Surveyor go? Really? That's the best you could give me? That is so ED209 right there. ED209, Metal Gear, etc. Before I proceed, this will probably be it for this episode. Next episode, I will farm for the Bone Shredder. But I'm also going to farm Saturn for just whatever I might find that might be interesting. The only thing interesting I got this time was a green Snyder, and it's a Mark II, the aftermarket version with a dull barrel. Could you at least have given me, and it's a 49, it's not even a 50. But it has a pig sticker on it. Not that that makes it fantastically worthwhile, etc.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity.
Ugh. Rubberized. I could get use out of a slag singularity.
Good luck.
If it wasn't rubberized, but of course it had to be rubberized. Too bad I can't swap their scopes. Yeah, with this, I just don't need this.
Welcome, customer. Farewell, please. Hope you've had your shots.
Right.
You're an organ donor.
30 seconds. I forget, does that shop down in TK's hideout turn back into a shop? I should check that out. I'm in the market for basically a level 50 version of this. A double tap. Nothing. Green 49, white 50. Logan's gun. Got the same sight as mine, bandit scope, but a dull grip instead of a Malwar. I'll check the shops and then I'll call it for this episode.
Catch a gun! Never doing that again.
I'm not going to be getting any use out of this.
Your cash ain't worth a thing if you don't spend it. Tell your friend, Marcus.
I could, but why? It's basically a less good version of the Stomper. It has a matching Jacob's barrel even, so what's special about it?
I'll save your gold-earned life.
Of course, keeping the one I've got. Not a bad price, considering it's a blue 48. I mean, did I say blue? I meant purple.
Check back later to see my new weapon of the
And I won't do any gambling yet again. I keep saying I'm going to... No.
I'll patch you whenever you need it.
Metal Storm isn't my style. It's Mike, and he's got a madhouse on his back.
Hey, you Vault Hunter. I found this when I was out in the Borderlands. You want it?
Sure.
Sorry, that's all I got for now. Oh, but while you're here, is Moxie said anything about me?
I haven't checked. Let's see how this compares to my level 48. Yeah. See, I can't just get rid of these either. I like these too much. But I'm currently rocking the double tap. I should try the crit fibber on Saturn.
Explain it to me again.
Like I said.
You learned it! That's what I'm talking about! So lonely. I don't have any new jobs for you. Your eagerness, however, has been noted.
And instead of ending it back up in the HQ place, I'll leave it off right here just to be different. What do you think of that? So catch you on the flip side and see you next mission, slabs.